A larger home is not necessary for you. A better system is required. Because, let's face it, space isn't the issue. It's material. Making an effort to organize always feels nice for a few days. With the hope that things will finally stay organized, you purchase additional boxes, baskets, and storage bins. However, after a week, the mess returns in some way. Once more, drawers are overflowing. Counters are crowded. You're left wondering why, despite my best efforts, my house never stays tidy. The majority of us are actually organizing incorrectly. We assume that tidying entails moving our existing belongings around. However, it is viewed differently in Japan. The goal of organization is not to conceal clutter. It's about altering how you relate to your possessions. In a Japanese home, everything has a distinct function, a reason for existing. And it just doesn't stay if it doesn't. Because Japanese households have expensive organizers, they aren't tidy. Because they have fewer things to arrange, they are neat. Their living areas have a subtle feeling of harmony. You sense it, the serenity that results from your environment finally making sense. Therefore, take a moment to glance around your space before spending another dollar on containers or cleaning supplies. Consider this: do I own my possessions or do they own me? In this video, we'll discover the secrets of Japanese home organization and how you may adopt the same way of thinking to improve your house, your mood, and even your everyday tranquilly. Hit the like button, subscribe, and let's start this trip to a simpler, more tranquil existence, the Japanese way if you've ever wanted your house could stay clean without the stress. Let's get started. Chapter 1. Space is not something to be filled in Japan. It is a respectable thing. Even a word for it exists. Majian. Empty space is beautiful. Emptiness, for the sake of minimalism, is not the point. It has to do with equilibrium. Every wall, every object, and every space between objects has a purpose. The design of Japanese homes is centered on flow and tranquility, allowing air to circulate freely and allowing your eyes to rest without feeling overstimulated. An empty corner is frequently viewed as incomplete in the West. We hasten to furnish it with a chair, a shelf, and a plant. However, that identical corner might be purposefully left naked in Japan. Why? Because the room has room to breathe because of that emptiness. There is no waste. It is healing. It permits the tranquil flow of energy, or kai as it is known in Japanese, throughout the house. The majority of us are unaware of the amount of noise that clutter produces. Paper stacks, tangled cords, and even stacked items in corners are visual stressors. We promise ourselves that we'll deal with it later, but it persists in silence, eroding our composure and concentration. Japanese organization purges mental clutter in addition to physical clutter. Where can I store this? Is not a question they ask. Do I really need this? They inquire. Everything changes with that one inquiry. It substitutes the bravery to let things go for the need to keep them hidden. As you look around your house today, take note of the gaps. That clear tabletop, that empty shelf, that is not absence, that is peace. Because in Japan, an empty nook is a place where you can breathe and not a waste of space. If this concept appeals to you, stick with me, because we'll discuss why the majority of our organizing methods fall apart before they even start. Chapter 2. Have you ever observed our propensity to repeatedly arrange the same clutter? In reality, nothing much changes despite the fact that we purchase more containers, label more boxes, and reorganize the same items into more attractive stacks. That is the Western organization's trap. Although it appears to be effective, it is really a short-term solution. We emphasize storage over substance. We don't inquire as to why we are holding on to things. All we do is try to better conceal them. When you walk into a normal home, you'll see whole closets full with unused clothing, kitchen tools, wires for products we don't even own, and just-in-case items. Shortage of choice, not a shortage of space, is the issue. Each item you retain is a tiny decision you haven't yet made. And those decisions accumulate both psychologically and physically until your house begins to feel like an endless to-do list. The Japanese method, on the other hand, poses a whole different query. Does this currently serve my life? The question, does it spark joy? Gained popularity because to Marie Kondo. However, happiness is only one aspect of the greater meaning. It has to do with harmony. It's time to politely let go of anything that no longer supports your way of life. Consider a house in Japan. Foldable futons that are easy to put away every morning. Places that can be quickly converted from sleeping to eating. Since each thing fits their lifestyle, it deserves its place. In the meantime, a lot of us are drowning in things that could be helpful in the future, but that day rarely arrives. The outcome? Managing our belongings takes up more of our time than actually occupying our place. Therefore, think twice before purchasing another storage box. Perhaps possessing less is the true answer rather than being more organized. True simplicity starts there. Let's continue. Chapter 3. Cleaning is only one aspect of organization in Japan. It is a way of thinking. Danshari is the name of it. Additionally, it changes the way individuals live with their possessions. The word is composed of 3 strong concepts: separate, discard, and refuse. Saying no to needless things before they even enter your house is what it means to refuse. It's the guts to put an end to clutter at the entrance. Rejecting freebies, unneeded presents, or fads that don't really benefit you. Every yes you offer to something superfluous is a no to your mental health, according to the Japanese. To dispose is to let go of things that no longer sustain your existence. That old gadget you've saved for emergencies. The pile of documents you will never peruse. Each of them occupies mental space. You create space for what truly matters when you let them go. Detaching from emotional attachment is what it means to be apart. Danshari teaches that memories are within you, not in things, but that we frequently hold things because of shame or nostalgia. Your spirit and your space feel lighter when you get go of things that are pointless. The system is quite useful. Only keep things that are necessary for daily living. Observe the one in, one out principle. Anything old must go if anything new enters. In order to view what you own, store vertically. You'll see it everywhere in Japanese households. Simple shoe racks, neatly folded drawers and clothes, and tatami rooms that aren't overstuffed and have a peaceful atmosphere. Nothing overstays its welcome, and everything has a place. Therefore, reconsider your clutter rather than battling it. Try this week's Danshari. One habit at a time, one drawer, one shelf. You'll be astounded at how much less may at last complete your home and your thought. Chapter 4. There is more to clutter than a mere physical disorder. It's emotional baggage. You're seeing more than just things every time you gaze at that wardrobe full of clothing you could wear someday, or that stack of unread books. Decisions are being delayed. Because each of these things is a decision you haven't made yet. They are subtly pulling you down. Making everything look great or ideal is not the Japanese way of dealing with clutter. Without mental tranquility. We learn from Japanese organizations that cleaning is more than simply a task. It helps you declutter your thoughts. A neat workspace frees your mind from the burden of unnecessary items, allowing your thoughts to flow more easily. Creating the ideal home is not the aim. The goal is to create a calm space where you can breathe, think, and unwind. Modini, or a profound respect for one's possessions, is one of the fundamental tenets of Japanese culture. Reducing trash is only one aspect of it. Another is respecting the things that make your life possible. Every item we keep should serve a function and be valuable to us, as Motana reminds us. By adopting this perspective, we might begin to view our belongings as assets that enhance our lives, rather than as burdens. Now, let go of the guilt that frequently prevents us from letting rid of unnecessary possessions. When you release things that are no longer useful to you, you are not failing. You're being considerate of your personal space and mental health. Release your guilt, not simply your possessions. What can I release today to make room for peace? Ask yourself after taking a deep breath. Feel the lightness that comes with starting with only one item. The physical and mental liberation it can provide will astound you. Chapter 5. A detailed decluttering practice influenced by Japanese culture. Decluttering can be intimidating, let's face it, especially when you look at your entire house and ask yourself, where do I even start? Here's the problem, though. Little actions have a tremendous impact. Doing everything at once isn't the secret. In Japan, consistency and concentrating on one task at a time are key. Let's simplify it into a routine that is influenced by Japanese culture. You may begin right now. Step 1. Begin with a single tiny space. Choose a modest region to start with. It may be your desk, a kitchen counter, or a drawer. Starting small is crucial. A small amount of success today will spur you on to larger regions in the future. Step 2. Take everything out. Remove everything. Yes, everything of it. Don't forget anything at all. For that space, it's similar to pressing the reset button. As you clear items out, observe how the room feels free of clutter. Step 3. Now clean the area. Make it clean. Dust, clean, and infuse the space with a sense of freshness. Making it sparkle is only one aspect of cleaning. The goal is to reset the space's energy. Consider it a way to declutter your mind as well. Step 4. Only return items that you actually use on a regular basis. This is where the magic takes place. Restore only those items that are useful to you on a daily basis. Donate, discard, or store the remainder. Step 5. Put things in places your hand can easily reach. Take it easy on yourself. Keep things in places you'll naturally reach for them, such as on your desk for business needs or by the front door for keys. Maintain the 1-minute routine in Step 6. Spend a minute cleaning that space every night before sleeping. The goal is to maintain the flow of energy, not about being flawless. Mornings feel easy after a little reset at night. You may gradually change your home and your attitude by concentrating on tiny, attainable areas. Feel the difference when you give it a try. Chapter 6. Practical Design and Aesthetic Balance. Imagine entering a space where everything seems to be in harmony. No stress, no overpowering colors, and no clutter. Like a breath of fresh air, it's soothing. Japanese design is beautiful because it emphasizes the creation of visual harmony. The goal is not to fill a space. The goal is to effortlessly make every inch work for you. First, let's discuss storage. Japanese houses are experts at making the most of available space without compromising design. The most well-known example is the sliding door. They produce an open, seamless flow, in addition to saving space. A smooth, simple design that makes everything feel connected replaces the heavy doors that divide the space. Then there are concealed spaces, such as smart underbed storage or built-in closets. They preserve a neat, orderly appearance while keeping everything hidden. Another secret is modular furniture. Because of its adaptability and flexibility, you can rearrange your living area as your needs evolve. Nothing is stationary or unchanging, which adds a sense of flow and tranquility to your house. However, Japanese design is more than just storage and furniture. The eye is calmed by the colors and textures. Consider warm wood tones, light-producing whites, and calming soft grays. These muted hues don't call for notice. They provide a calm background that lets the room breathe. It's the type of environment where you can unwind without feeling like there are distractions all around you. This is the reason that simplicity feels so opulent. You create space for comfort when you clear the mental and visual clutter. The sense of spaciousness and tranquility increases with the design's simplicity. Enter a space that allows you to relax instead of feeling overwhelmed, and discover the impact that simplicity can have. You've undoubtedly come to a significant realization by now. You have good organizing skills. Simply put, you have been arranging in a way that isn't sustainable for you. The Western method frequently emphasizes clutter reorganization, purchasing additional containers, and packing items away. However, it's a short-term solution that takes a lot of effort, is annoying, and never really works. This strategy is reversed in the Japanese way. Cleaning for the sake of cleaning is not the goal. The key is to live intentionally, retaining only those things that are actually useful to you, creating a calm and orderly environment in your home. It's about establishing a place where your thoughts can flourish, where everything you own serves a function and has a designated location. You're not only cleaning your surroundings when you get rid of clutter, you're also cleaning your thoughts. The act of bringing calm to your surroundings has a direct effect on your inner peace. It's a delicate, lovely change. When your surroundings promotes your serenity, it's simpler to discover calm in your thoughts and daily life. This is my challenge to you then. This week, try only one Japanese rule. Maybe it's the one out rule. Or maybe it's refusing something that doesn't benefit your life. Take that initial step, whatever it is. You will notice a change, I assure you. Return later, and let me know about your experience in the comments section. Tell me which rule you followed and how intentionally decluttering felt. Tell me how these small changes have changed your environment and your perspective. Because keep in mind that you will produce calm within yourself if you can create calm around yourself. And there is where the true power of organization lies. I appreciate you viewing, and I hope this video was useful. For more useful and interesting material like this, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to our channel. Take care, and I'll see you later.